Incline dumbbell press. And this will also serve a good purpose for how to kick up the dumbbells effectively. So you get them on your knees, and you want them in a position of either right at the top of your knees or just a little bit off. For me, this was quite a lighter weight, so I didn't need that much help. But relative to how much the dumbbells are compared to your body weight, you might need to kick them up pretty hard. And that is okay. You know, when I'm using the bigger weights, I'm kicking my knees very hard, aggressively to get the dumbbells up so they don't fall flat on my belly, which is obviously not the goal of an incline dumbbell press. So you kick them up one as you fall back, and then you start in that position. So for me, if you watch the video on how far to go down on pressing, you will find that there is a bottom position that you need to stay at to ensure that you're not utilizing joints or ligaments and you're utilizing the chest as much as possible. In this position, you want your feet to be stable. Like, the more force you press into the floor, the more stability your hips have, the more your ability for your chest and your elbows to do more work and do more effort. So it's in your best interest to make sure that you're pushing hard into that feet area, making sure your knees are stable, and then making sure your glutes are really squeezed in as well. You want to arch your chest as much as possible to get to the point of where the bulk of your chest, wherever that may be, is as high as it can be. Everyone has different layers of how big their chest is or where the fibers go from and to, as there's various different layers of the chest and different parts and where they attach into the bones and the joints. But for this video, I'll do another video on the specific elements of the chest. But in this specific video, you're wanting that chest to go as high as possible to arch it as much as you can to work more of the chest. Now, when doing a dumbbell press, people just think that you just push up with your hands. So you're pressing the dumbbells up because that's what it is, a dumbbell press. However, to make the most out of your chest development and make sure that you are getting the most out of it, is that you need to think about your elbows. Your elbows are actually closer to your chest than your arms are. So they have a more of a dictating factor on where and how the chest works. So what you need to be thinking about as you're going through your pressing motions is that your elbows are going out to the bottom of like a triangle, and you're spreading your elbows out. And then you're thinking about your elbows coming into the middle of your body. I'm not even thinking about my hands. Yes, the movement looks near enough the same, but in the harder reps, you're going to need to think about the elbow in case that goes in different directions. And the elbow is coming into the body. So you want to think about as you go down, then your elbows are now pushing into your nipples. If you can create that motion every single time with your elbow focused and then elbows in, you're going to get a lot more from the movement than you would do if you're thinking about your hands going up to the floor, up to the top. As the exercise gets harder, that's when you really earn your money from your cueing and the focus on that elbow. So the elbow doesn't move around, it's not wobbling around, it's doing exactly what it needs to be done, and you're pushing into the side of the body. And as it even gets harder, you're able to push through that, and your elbow's pushing in, and then you slowly bring it down. So the more you focus on the elbows, the better the positioning can be. The more you focus on the speed and the control, the better your contraction of your chest will be. And making sure that foot is in the right position, your focus is on the elbows, your chest is up high, and that speed is really slow. You're going to get the most out of your incline dumbbell press.